Hello, I'm Nathaniel Smith, and today's another book review, and I review Ray Bradbury's Fahrenheit 451. Okay, first and foremost, this book was published in 1953. And other than the reference in the story of atomic warfare, you would hardly tell it was from the 50s. He references seashells, basically our modern day headphones. And again, 50s. I don't even think headphones were invented then. He also comes up with the idea of wall televisions. And again, we have televisions that are so flat and thin, we can hook them to a wall. And not only that, he makes a culture full of isolation. Pretty contrary to what was the culture of 1953. I mean, here's a culture that everyone's in their own little world. They just take whatever they're given, whatever TV gives them, whatever, they get on the radio. The only thing Ray Bradbury didn't, predict was how more advanced technologically it was going to be and how much worse or teenage violence was going to be than the way he wrote them in this. Because in this there is teenage violence, but it's mostly just like kids running over someone with a car. Nowadays it would just be like a drive-by shooting. Anyways, yeah. And if that wasn't scary enough, it's the way he references books mostly. And that's really where the most focus comes from, the loss of books, or what was in those books. And often when I do a book review, I generally read a certain passage that really sort of defines what makes the book so great. So it speaks for itself, so I don't have to speak as much. It ain't just because I don't want to speak about how awesome the book is or that I'm trying to be lazy. It's just the book often speaks so well for itself. And it's true with this one. It's just there's so many good passages. I just don't know which one to choose. There's so many fascinating, gripping, thought-provoking conversations. Ray Bradbury took a lot of time, you could tell, with the book and how it was structured, the world he made. And the way it was caused, not by government dictatorship or anything like that, but by people refusing to have books of differing views than how they preferred. They just want it nice and safe where everyone can just eat of the same spoon, not have any real conflict in their work, not have anything really worth thinking about, where everyone is of the same mind and discuss the same things, and it's always the most weakest things. There's nothing of anything serious like death or war. Just one conversation our main character has with a woman on war with a soldier, and how they react to it is just so... I mean, I want to read a portion of it, but almost every portion of it would spoil how brilliant this book is. And you know what's the funny irony? I bought this at Goodwill, right? And when I got it, in this book was both a receipt and a bookmark from Borders. Now there is an irony. There's an irony for you. Anyway, so definitely just pick it up, try and read it. It's a good book. It's really deep and thought-provoking, and the way it writes about books being burned just chills me to the bone. And another interesting aspect is its sort of capturing of a lot of different time frames. Like, it captures the 1950s fear of atomic warfare, but it also captures a lot of World War II's fear with the Nazis and the book burnings. But then it also captures the way culture held knowledge before books came out. And it also captures our present day and age in a bone-chilling way that most books don't do. So, it's a book of all time, really. I don't know a lot of sci-fi stories I can really say about that. This one surely is one of them. So yeah, try it, read it, enjoy it, think about it. It won a National Book Award. If that doesn't tell you to read this book, I don't know what will. National Book Award. Distinguished Contribution to American Letters. Oh, I also got the 50th anniversary edition too, so that's pretty cool. So, he's got some neat little tidbits in the 50th anniversary edition with afterword and a coda, and even an interview with the author. Yep. So, anyway, go ahead, try, read this. It's a good book. It's a great book.